Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to discover that your family isn't what you thought it was? Let's delve into a tale that begins in the heart of a peaceful county, where a young child and his doting father lived a life of tranquility and love. This was a place where the sun always seemed to shine a little brighter and the grass was always a little greener. A place where laughter and joy danced in the air and dreams were nurtured like delicate buds ready to bloom. The father, a figure of strength and wisdom, was a beacon of guidance for the young child. Their bond, like the mighty oak tree, stood strong against the winds of time, their love as deep as the ocean that knows no end. Together they created an idyllic tableau of father and son, a picture of perfection that seemed too good to be true. And as we soon discover, it was. Beneath the father's loving facade lay a chilling secret. The man who was a hero in his son's eyes was feared by many across the land. He was the master of destruction, a villain of unparalleled power, sowing chaos and despair wherever his shadow fell. This was a man of two faces, a loving father at home and a feared villain outside. A paradox that was as intriguing as it was alarming. The young child, innocent and naive, was oblivious to his father's double life. He saw in his father a figure to look up to, a role model, a hero. He was blissfully unaware of the storm that was brewing, ready to shatter his world and change his life forever. The day of reckoning came, and with it, the truth was unveiled. The father's secret identity, hidden in the shadows for so long, was finally brought into the glaring light of day. The master of destruction was revealed, his mask of deception falling away to expose the true face of the villain. Imagine the shock of the young child upon discovering his father's chilling secret. This revelation was just the beginning, a prelude to a journey that would test the child's courage, challenge his beliefs, and shape him into the hero he was destined to become. What would you do if you found out your beloved parent was causing harm to others? A question that for most remains theoretical, but for our young hero, it's a reality that shatters his world. Imagine, if you will, a world where the sun always shines, where laughter echoes through the halls of your home, where your father is your hero, your protector. This is the world our young protagonist has always known. But now, this idyllic world is tainted by a dark truth. His father, the man he idolized, is the very cause of the chaos tearing their county apart. A struggle ensues within the heart of our young hero. It's a battle of emotions, a clash between his love for his father and the justice he knows he must uphold. His father, a man of power and influence, is revered by many, even as he wields his power to bring about destruction. To the world, he is the master of destruction, a lord bringing chaos to his own people. Yet to the boy, he is just father. How does one reconcile with such a revelation? How does one choose between love and justice? The child grapples with these questions, his heart torn between two equally compelling yet conflicting loyalties. He yearns for the comfort of ignorance, to once again see his father through the lens of innocence. But the truth, once unveiled, is impossible to ignore. The child's world is a storm of confusion and betrayal. Yet amidst this turmoil, a resolve begins to form. A resolve shaped by the innate sense of justice that burns brightly within him. He realizes he cannot stand idly by while his father wreaks havoc upon their home. He cannot let his love for his father overshadow the cries of his people. The young child, torn between love and justice, decides he cannot stand by and watch his father continue his destructive path. For he knows, in his heart of hearts, that sometimes the hardest battles are fought not on the battlefield but within oneself. What does it take for a child to rise up against his own father? This is the question that has been etched into the heart of our young hero. It's a question that carries the weight of a kingdom on the brink of destruction and a father who has lost his way. Our young hero's journey is not one of luxury or leisure. It's a journey shaped by courage and resolve, born out of a dire need to stop the chaos that threatens to shatter his homeland. Each step he takes is a step towards the unknown, guided by the strength of his conviction and the love he holds for his people. His path may be fraught with peril, but he does not falter, he does not waver. He presses on. In his quest to confront his father, the master of destruction, he faces trials that would break even the strongest of men. He battles monstrous beasts, traverses treacherous terrains, and confronts his deepest fears. Yet with each challenge he overcomes, he grows stronger, not just in body, but in spirit. His resolve, once a flickering flame, now burns brighter than ever. As he journeys, he learns. He learns about the power of friendship and the importance of trust. He learns about the strength of unity and the value of sacrifice. But most importantly, he learns about the true nature of heroism. It's not about the sword you wield or the power you command, but the heart you carry within. Through his journey, he shows us that a hero isn't born, but made through courage, through perseverance, and through a love that knows no bounds. It's a love for his people, a love for his land, and a love for a father who has lost his way. His journey isn't easy. It's a path filled with hardship and heartache, with loss and sacrifice. But it's a path he chooses to walk, for he knows that it's the only way to save his kingdom. Despite the odds stacked against him, the young boy stood tall, ready to face his father. How can a child confront his father, the master of destruction, you may wonder, but this isn't just any child, this is a young hero, a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of courage and righteousness. Under the dark clouds of impending doom, the young boy steps forth, a mere silhouette against the towering figure of his father. His heart pounds in his chest like a war drum, yet his resolve is as steady as a mountain. He's not just battling his father's physical might, but also the emotional turmoil of facing a loved one turned villain. "Father," he calls out, his voice echoing in the eerie silence, "this is not the path of righteousness." His words hang heavy, a plea for sanity amidst the chaos. The master of destruction pauses, his eyes narrowing as he takes in the sight of his defiant son. The air crackles with tension as if the world itself holds its breath. The boy, the hero of our tale, stands his ground. His small frame belies the immense bravery within him. A bravery that doesn't falter even in the face of his father's overwhelming power. The father, once a respected lord, now the master of destruction, is taken aback. Shock etches itself onto his face, a stark contrast to his son's determination. He had expected fear, submission, obedience, but instead he's met with defiance, a defiance born of love and a strong sense of justice. In the deafening silence that follows, the child's conviction rings louder than any battle cry. His eyes, bright with determination, never waver from his father's. He's ready to fight not just for his county, but for his father too. The confrontation is epic, not in terms of a physical battle, but an emotional one. A clash between love and power, between right and wrong, between a father and his son. It's a confrontation that challenges the very notion of what it means to be a hero. In the face of his father's destructive power, the young hero stood his ground, driven by his unwavering belief in justice. Can a child's belief in justice overcome a father's reign of destruction? In the heart of chaos, where ruin was once promised, there stood a beacon of hope. A young child, no taller than the winter's first snowfall, yet with a spirit as mighty as the tallest mountain. He was not a warrior by training, but by necessity, a hero not by choice, but by duty. His father, the once revered lord, had succumbed to the allure of destructive powers, becoming the master of destruction. His reign had brought nothing but despair and devastation, but the child, with a heart filled with courage and a mind brimming with justice, confronted the man he once admired, the man he once called father. Their epic confrontation was a clash of more than just raw power. It was a battle between the corrupted heart of a father and the untainted spirit of a son. The child stood, resolute, his determination unwavering. He bore the brunt of his father's destructive powers, yet he did not falter. Instead, he rose. Time and again, his belief in justice fueling his strength. When the final blow was dealt, it was not by the master of destruction, but by the child. A blow not of power, but of love, a plea for his father to remember who he once was, a call for justice. And in that moment, the reign of destruction crumbled, replaced by a reign of justice. In the aftermath of the confrontation, the child, now a hero, took upon himself the task of restoring peace in the county. He worked tirelessly, his deeds echoing his belief in justice. He rebuilt not just the broken buildings, but also the broken spirits of the people, showing them the true meaning of heroism. In the end, it was a young child's courage and belief in justice that saved his county from the reign of the master of destruction.